The Mall 2.0. Yes, that I think is what I'm going to stick with for the running name. And what does it mean? Well, it means make all. And for the most part, this factory is going to do that. But how is it going to do that? How are you going to make brass? How are you going to make copper? Well, I have already done that. Yes, with the mixers that I set up last episode that have lava, it allowed me to start producing tuff. So I have tuff produced, and it also allowed me to start making dripstone. And with those things, I'm able to send them to a crusher, and to constantly send them to a crusher, by the way, until they have met a certain stock value. And the way that I'm doing that is by setting a promise that expires immediately after 30 seconds. And this allows it to constantly send packages over and over and over again until the amount is reached. After the nuggets are produced, I need to turn them into ingots, and that's where my packers are coming into play. So I have a packer 2 here, which are being sent those nuggets once they are generated. And this is set to keep 9 in stock. And then we are going to keep a few nuggets in stock, and then the goal ultimately is to keep building materials in stock. Because of this, I have now effectively automated brass and copper. These 2 supplies in stock, brass, is now available, and that's because we do have a heated mixer, and we just need to combine these 2 ingredients right here, and then say, well, this makes 2, and that's also ready to go. So with better ratios in place, let's go ahead and craft ourselves a stack of brass. And once this starts, all of the other things are going to start cascading, and the whole process is just going to start over. With all of these fancy factory gauges, I think the only thing that we are missing at the moment to be able to craft just about everything is just redstone. And that is going to be something that I'm going to supply manually with blocks. So I do plan on storing 9 stacks of blocks or so at a time from our redstone farm, our witch farm, which, by the way, gets us a ton of redstone. And from there, I'll just have this crafted down into regular redstone. Now with the redstone in place, I can make fancy things. For example, like the redstone transmitters. Ah, yes, and this unlocks so many things. You know what? I think today is going to be the day. The day we take this ugly build and make it look glorious. And what I'm thinking is building another level just like this, one above here, and then technically building another floor on top of that. What this will do is it'll give us some room for more improvements. Let's say we want to improve one of our factories and make it a little bit better. We will have the space to do that on another level just like this. And then the one above this, well, that's going to be the store level. I don't think I'm going to make it out of catwalks, or at least all of it anyways. However, I am going to have to get my chain conveyors going all the way up all floors. So I think their spacing is going to be exactly the same. Before I get to building this behemoth of a building, I am going to want a special tool. That special tool is the Wand of Symmetry, with the only thing preventing me from crafting it is a singular ender pearl, which I have to admit, it's pretty sad that I haven't actually got an ender pearl yet. It's even sadder is some of us have made special trips to the end, but didn't tell anybody else where this location's at. So I'm going to use the best of my knowledge to go to the nether and hopefully try to farm them there. Thankfully, along our path to the redstone farm, there's endermen, and there just so happen to be one on this path here. Oh boy, and it teleported. Okay, but yes. Hopefully this one will drop it. That would be really nice. And all I need is one. Oh, thank goodness. That saved me so much traveling. With that final ender pearl, I have the ability to make one of the most powerful items in Create. Yes, the Wand of Symmetry. So what this means is if I place this wand here, the position in the center of the build, which it currently is, if I place a brick all the way over on this side, well, the other side also now has received a brick in that place right there. And this is a huge time saver for getting the bulk of the build in, especially the breaking part. If you make a mistake, well, you can just clean up the other side without needing to go over there and collect all of your blocks. Now that I have all the fancy tools, blocks, and materials for this build, it is time to get to work. And all of this has been provided via the mall, by the way, which is just absolutely wonderful. Without further ado, let's get this building party started. Oh boy, I'm definitely gonna need some bricks. I think Azu has some. Hello.
Hey, Chosen, how are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. You got bricks?
Yeah, I got some fine bricks. It's a little bit better than the others selling, so
so the others have cracked bricks.
yeah. Okay, so
Oh boy.
I'm happy to open the cellar up for you. And well, if you will remember who gave you bricks in times when it was needed, then take anything, any amount.
Okay, I like that idea. There you go.
Ooh,
that
thank
be a
you.
good exchange?
Oh yeah,
I have way more where that came from, and redstone.
Ooh, well, actually, the thing is, I think I don't have gold at all, so I always have to go down at mines. So, yeah, it's pretty handy right now.
There you go. All right, well, thank you for the brick. I'm gonna get to crafting because this is gonna be a lot to craft.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just take, just take anything, like any amount.
Perfect. Thank you.
See you later, Chosen.
Bye.
Bye bye.
And with that, the skeleton of the mall is done. Now I just need to get a beardy view just to make sure everything looks good from his side. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, things are looking mighty fancy from over here. Don't get me wrong, we still have a lot more to do as I want to get some signage and other things set up. I would really love it to say Mall 2.0 like up on the corner and have it like rotated where it kind of looks like a sign that you would see on a billboard. Oh, that'd look so sick. But there's still so many more things to do. For example, I do want to pop in here and get an elevator set up to make the travel up and down a whole lot easier. As doing this whole thing, oh boy, is going to get old. Also, while I'm at it, I really got to get my chains up on the other layers. And speaking of other layers, this area up top here would be a great spot for me to place in my like main storage vault. I think this would be a really good place for it. And then as we continue up, this is sort of like the penthouse level, the upper level, the like main party level. This is where we are going to essentially have all of the things for sale. And the goal is to leave this hole open so that way people can fly in here with their elytras so they don't have to take the elevator all the time. Now, at this point, I'm really starting to get tired of going up this ladder over and over and over again. That means it's time for an elevator, and a very basic elevator at that. So I want this to be small because I still want people to be able to walk and sort of like observe the things going on around here, but I still want it to feel kind of spacious when you get on. And I think this is about as good as it's going to get for something that exists in a 3x3. So you open the door and you hop on, and I want the doors for dramatic effect because I want the doors to open up whenever it does reach the level that you get on. And I also want this door to close to make sure you stay protected. But because we have Create Deco, I can take small elevators like this and add to the outside of it, and we can get these little railings that go around and make this look even safer. Oh yeah, and we also have the copycat slices, which we can use to decorate this even further by adding a nice little ledge along the bottom. For the upper section, I'm using industrial iron bars, and then that leads into some metal girders, and then we just take it into some polished deep slate slab. And then directly on the top, I've made it a full block so that way our elevator bearing can actually connect directly into this. Or sorry, not elevator bearing, elevator pulley. Something else I don't want to forget, the little bell, so that way it rings whenever we've reached our destination. Now, in order for an elevator to function in the first place, we need a contraption control, and then we also need these redstone contacts. Now, the redstone contact just needs to be a part of the contraption, but you do need to keep in mind where it is positioned. I like to just add it directly to where the exit location is usually going to be, so that way we can just attach it to points like this. And it makes it pretty straightforward and clean. You can kind of see this connected here. I will say though, something else you can do is bring it a block lower so that way you can kind of hide them. On our floors up here, it is going to be, however, a little bit harder to hide these, but essentially they need to be touching each other. So yes, we have to have these facing in a certain direction. So when you place it, this little nodule right here needs to connect into another one. And by doing that, they complete that connection. So to set my individual levels, all I have to do is make sure the redstone contact is facing outward like so. And we need this flush on this level. And I need to get this done for all levels. Then the only real thing left to do besides actually putting in the elevator shaft itself is to just glue the entire thing together. Man, when this forms a contraption, once we click the elevator, I really hope my flower pot stays intact. But my hopes aren't super high for that. All the way up top, I have a rotational speed controller, which is connected into a main shaft that then runs in and then converts that stress into this direction. Now, I should be able to line this up, and I believe the pulley needs to go right here. And as soon as we have it connected to some stress, all I have to do is right click. And then that is going to connect down to our elevator, and it has now turned it into a contraption. So we need to go down here and just check and make sure everything is functioning. So we can hop on here. Can we scroll up to the floors? We can. Can we move up to the other floors? We can. Notice the doors, by the way, shut. This should technically be floor 1. And the door opens and we can get off. And by the way, our flower pot did stay in place. Oh, that is so nice. And by the way, now that it is a contraption, I can lay my floor back in. Yes, we can get all of this placed back in and we shouldn't have any problems with it existing down here. So I'll just make sure and let's see, throw that out of my inventory and we can actually just place it right on in. Like, yeah, as if the floor was never removed. I will say though that we probably want to put slabs under here just to make sure that it doesn't override these textures, which you can see is it's doing. The only real thing left to do is adjust our RPM to a comfortable range. So at like 128 is a pretty comfortable range in my opinion, especially for a building as big as this. And so as we lift up, the range is going to kind of go between 64 and 128. 64 in my opinion is really smooth for like a normal speed, but this is going to be a lot better for getting us up to the floors quicker, which I think is going to be nicer. So 128 and then 64 if you want like in a smaller area, a much more comfortable speed. But yeah, this is beautiful. And by the way, the little bell ringing sound when it makes it to the floor is courtesy of the little bell up here. Okay, so we're not done yet with our elevators as there's still a bit more that needs to be done. For example, the floors, each floor needs to be configured, and we also want to make sure that only certain doors open. So for example, we've made it to floor 1. We can use this to actually label our floor. So we have an identifier and then what the floor is, but we also can determine what side of the doors we want to be open. And so in this case, I want the west facing door because that is the direction we're going. So west side only. And when we do this, the back door will stay closed so we don't accidentally walk out of it. And the same thing is going to need to happen on all of these, west side only. And now I've also labeled them all. So we have 0, which is ground floor. We have mall hub, which is our main logistics hub. Mall extend, which is our extension to the mall main area. Our main storage, which is where I plan on having my main storage at. And then of course, the mall shops, which is going to be at the very, very top floor. So overall, not too bad to get up to this floor. It's pretty quick. Okay, so let's say somebody is up, they're doing some shopping and somebody else pops in and they want to do some shopping. Well, we need to be able to call the elevator back down. And so to do this, we just need to give the elevator contact a redstone signal. and you can see that this then calls the elevator down and it's good to go. I want to make this a little bit cleaner, and I want to have like an actual button that you can push that is like near the elevator on each level. And I mean, this shouldn't be too difficult for me to do. I think what I'm going to do here, because I already have set up a lot of autocrafts, for example, the redstone links. Yeah, I just want to add a redstone link here and then link it to somewhere nearby. So I've gone ahead and used a crafter. I believe the redstone signal should be able to pass through a crafter because when it's powered, the redstone does go through the thing, which is actually one of the more useful things that the crafter can do. And so that is then going to power it. I wanted it to kind of look like a telephone, so I added a little shaft with some brackets on the side, and we can copy this by right-clicking with the clipboard. That'll copy the settings, and then we left-click to paste. So I can take my other link, paste the settings directly into that, shift right-click with an empty hand, and now this is ready and set up to call. I just got to put a button on there. So moment of truth to be able to test this out. Right here, I push the button to call the elevator. That sends that redstone signal, and down comes the elevator. Ready to go. Oh, this is great. Now the elevator is checked off the to-do list. I can now gain access to all of my floors without needing to take that dreaded ladder anymore. Now there's still several things that I actually want to add to our gauge list, but I think before I go any further with adding gauges, I should probably make a list of everything that we have in our system that is currently named. And we can do that by simply right-clicking. And this is pretty cool. So if we go through each and every one of these, we can get an entire list, and then we can place it down, and our factory gauges can actually read off of these, which will be very handy for finding the things that we need, and also not needing to go up and down the stairs when I'm just creating a bunch of crafting recipes. With all of my receiving frog ports set up, yes, let's see. I can place this clipboard, I believe, like on the wall over here. And now if I go to select something, for example, this is set to blasting. When I click this, I now have a massive list. So I don't have to sort of hand type this or hand copy anymore. Either way, I haven't even opened the shop up. I just told people that, you know, if they needed anything to come over here and then they can pay whatever they feel like it for right now. And so far, I've already made 28 diamonds. I have no idea what I've even sold. With the elevator done, it is now time for the next project, and that is placing in a massive sign on the roof. And I want this sign to be quite large, really. I want this to be a big display that is going to be up on the very, very top of the roof. And I also want this to be at an angle, sort of facing this mountain area. And I know just the color to make this sign, and it's going to say The Mall 2.0. To get that perfect color, I'm gonna have to go through a little bit of a process. So I first need to take my regular vaults and then dye it yellow, and then we can actually heat it to be able to get these nice like ridges and kind of weathering effect. Yes, this is going to work out perfect. We can do the bulk coloring at spawn. That's why I'm making my way out here, and that's because I believe Eggs has gotten all of those individual colors already set up. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so yes, we have to find the coloring one, which is right here, and so we just place that in, and then we drop in our vaults. I'm just going to throw in all of these. And you know what? Since we're here, might as well use the bulk blaster that they got. And by blasting this is going to turn them into those crates from Deco. Or I guess shipping containers, right? I'm going to need to get the foundation for this sign up. And yes, I'm going to line it. And these shipping containers are going to be what I try my best to make this out of. So if we start here and I start making these all caps, I believe that these will stack together in such a way. Ooh, actually, do we have vertical? Oh, we don't have vertical versions of these. I don't think it matters though. My primary goal is just to get the basics sort of set in on how we're going to spell this thing out. For example, there's an M, there's an A, then a pair of L's, then the 2.0. And then, I mean, just look at this. Look at this. The Mall 2.0. That's going to look so good up top. So I've done a little bit more decorating, and I think it's just about time to glue this entire thing together. So that way I can get this rail carded all the way up to the top and sort of figure out where I'm going from here and how I'm going to rotate this. Now, I did have to glue this in 3 different sections to be able to get the entire thing covered, but now that I have the whole thing sort of covered here, I can get rid of all of my glue supports. Now, I think the L right here is basically the center point of this whole thing. So I'm going to plop down here, and then let's see, we can place in our rails. And I'm going to turn this into a minecart contraption temporarily. And to do this, we'll place in our rail, and I am going to need a lever. And then this whole thing should turn into a contraption. Oh my goodness. Yes, it definitely did. This is a contraption. Then we put it down. We're good. Now, I was wondering, is all of my lights still here? Okay, it is. Good. Okay. So I was worried that my lights might pop off. But that is a massive sign in our pocket. Now, good thing I kind of already know the center point of this sign, which is going to be very, very nice for what I have planned. But I want this to basically go right here in the air. And we can double check everything by making sure we give this a redstone signal. So we'll place it back down. I'm going to give it a cart signal. There we go. And so when I place down this contraption, the sign will definitely be here. But I just wanted to check, is everything good? It looks like it is. Oh boy, this is where things get absolutely wild. So now I can place it down. Oh boy. All right. And then I'm just going to get rid of everything. And we now have basically the center point. And what I can do is rotate this entire thing from this position right here by using a mechanical bearing. And so I'm going to set this to only place when anchor is destroyed. And then we can use a valve. And then we can set our rotation angle. And we'll figure out like what's going to be the best rotation. But that's 45. That's 45. Honestly, a 45 degree might be good. I mean, from a distance here, I mean, it does look really cool, but I think it's way too high. And that's an easy fix. I'll just pick the thing up and move it down. With this now being a bit lower, I think this is going to look so much better. All I had to do was add a few little supports here. So for example, taking chutes off to the side, and then I covered up the mechanical bearing by using some girders here. This sign fits so good. Like, I know it's raining right now and it's also nighttime, but just take a look at that thing. Now, along with this gorgeous sign, I do want to adorn the front, and I actually want this middle section to kind of be rotating. To accomplish this, I'm going to need at least 8 wool inside of this glued contraption because I'm going to be using a windmill bearing. Yes, it is something weird that I do have to do. Specifically to get the windmills to function. But I think this will look really cool if we can have these train holes kind of rotating. So with all of that glued together, just like this, I can activate this and notice everything is spinning. I've just got to get those wools covered. That's what I'm talking about. This whole thing looks so sick with it rotating and everything. Just whenever you have movement inside of your build, it just emphasizes everything. Makes it so much more dramatic. Speaking of dramatic, this is dramatically large behind me. Hello? Oh, perfect timing.
Whoa.
Welcome.
Whoa. This is one fancy area, man. It's insane.
Yeah.
I just came for some precision mechanisms, but I think you have more for sale. Don't you?
Yeah, just a little bit. If you're gonna pop on in, it's a tight squeeze. We'll go to as of right now, I don't have like the full shop set up, but
Oh my god.
we do have this. So you can definitely pop into that, and just about everything that's in here besides the redstone components and redstone is like fully regenerative.
Very nice, very nice, very nice.
And like for right now, I mean, I would say like 8 precision mechanisms probably for a diamond, give or take. That's probably what their final price will be up in the top floor.
So I buy them off of you right now, or how do I buy them?
Yeah, you can just put the diamonds in the barrel. Looks like others have definitely put some diamonds in the barrels.
So you said like how many for 1 diamond?
8.
8 for 1 diamond.
Yep. And it should
Okay,
restock. There's 16 in stock. So if you pull all 16 out, it's going to get loud.
Okay.
I don't know how many you need, but it does take a moment to regenerate.
I need like 32.
32. Oh boy.
So, but it and this factory is just amazing to see, honestly. I'm also looking to craft umber bricks, by the way. Do you have what is it, scoria by any chance?
I don't have it, but it should be easy to craft because you can make soul sand.
Oh yeah, and then soul sand you have to smelt that into scoria. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you making soul sand?
Yeah. Yeah, I have soul sand if you need some.
And I can also buy that?
You can just take it. You don't have to buy any.
Oh.
You can just take some. On the very bottom level here, this is the floor that automates all the stuffs, and inside this container is soul sand, and you notice it's just being voided anyways.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for super cheap actual factory where I can buy my stuff from now on. So yeah, that's
that's the goal. The goal is to keep things cheap so people can build bigger and better factories.
Oh my god. Have you automated redstone also, or no?
Unfortunately, we can't. Redstone is not automatable 100% like passively.
So if I want to buy some redstone, how expensive is that?
You know what? Come with me. I have a couple of stacks. But yes, all the way over here. Avoid my security guards. Don't mind them. They're a little grumpy. Ow.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Ow. Oh, they just broke my slime boots.
Oh, yep.
Okay. But yeah, I have, you know what? How much is the redstone worth to you? That's a better question.
I don't have any diamonds on me right now, so I cannot buy it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's fine. It's like you can if you ever come back, just put whatever diamonds you think it's worth in there.
How much is it worth? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do 8 diamonds for.
Okay.
What is that?
Okay.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Okay.
This is like the one resource that is actually worth selling.
I might.
There is no real AFK. I mean, you have the AFK. You have to actually stay on the server.
I'll go and fetch those actual diamonds then, and I'll see you in a bit.
Sounds good. Well, back so soon.
And
thank
one
you.
diamond
Thank
extra
you.
for the service.
Oh, well, appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah, if you happen to, if I'm not around and you do get more diamonds and all that fun stuff for your more shopping, yeah, just place it in the barrel up there for now, unless I by that point have like the actual shop going, and then it'll eat the diamonds from you. So yeah. Anyways,
perfect.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, already the mall's not even fully open with shopping and all of that, and I'm already making quite a few diamonds. Like 41 diamonds in like a day? What, like 2 days maybe? Not even. I mean, I'm offering for fair prices, and I'm just like, hey, if you want to buy anything, just put whatever you think it's worth, you know, and just letting them do that. Now, you know what? Since I did technically add more levels, like the main storage level and such, I should definitely ask Kev again what he thinks and what the design cues I should potentially go with. That way I can get his opinion. Oh, hello, good sir.
Hello, good sir.
Oh,
what is this gigantic piece of build you got here? I think that's what you were looking to say. Yeah.
Tis a build. Hold on.
Tis a build. Oh, look at that. What an entrance, sir. You got an elevator now.
I do have an elevator now.
Wait. Dude, this is big.
It is very big. It's way bigger than I was expecting it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is bigger than my ego, and that says something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long time building, that's for darn sure. And it's still not even done.
Not even... What?
No, it's not done.
Dude, what? How?
No,
Where?
There's a lot.
When?
There's a lot more. It needs more detail. Always more detail.
The
interior, for one, which I need you to help me with. By the way, you want to pop up here?
Am I supposed to walk into this contraption? Is it safe?
You want to use the button? You want to do the thing?
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, scroll wheel.
Aha. Oh, look. They got different names?
Yeah, you can name them.
Dude. Wait, shops. I'm going to shops. That seems like the thing.
Well, yeah, about that.
That's... Wait, what? Dude, wait.
What do you think about this floor?
Chosen, I'll give this floor a rating straight away. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 rotten tomato, 2 rotten tomatoes, 3 rotten tomatoes, 4 rotten tomatoes, and 5 rotten tomatoes. That's what I give this for.
That's a lot of rotten tomatoes, to be fair.
Because technically, there ain't no. Where's the shops, dude?
No, not yet. There's only so much I can do in a day.
Wait, are you planning to have leaky frogs up here in the shop store as well?
Yeah. There'll be licky frogs too.
Why?
Yeah. Because when you order something, the licky frogs got to lick onto the chain down there. They go up here, and then they got to licky onto the containers that are over here.
Why is this building called Mall? It should be called Licky Frog Empire. Dude.
It should be called Licky Frog Empire. That would have been a better name had somebody suggested it. Take a seat.
No. Oh, okay. So what's this about then?
Yep.
It's some sort of.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So about this bread.
Yeah.
How much you selling this bread for?
And it depends what kind of bread do you want.
That kind.
Oh, the premium bread.
Is that the premium bread?
No, well,
yeah, the premium bread. Yes.
Yes, it's the premium bread. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That will be. How much are you good for?
Well, I just came into a handful of diamonds.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
So 41, to be exact.
Oh, that's way too much. Like it's gonna be like 0.99 diamonds a stack.
Oh, so like
for the premium
stack.
bread, you know.
Yeah, I'll take it for a premium bread. Diamond a stack. Yeah. That seems fair.
Yeah, I think that's that's the premium bread. But I haven't told you about how the premium bread is sort of like our baseware. And then we got the premium bread, which is the premium double baked bread, and the bread and the bread and the premium bread.
We have double baked bread.
Yeah.
I think toast. You're selling toast.
Hey, don't go here and spoil my business shenanigans. That's not what it's about. No, it's not what I'm doing. You'll see that they all have different processing methods as well. So you'll be very, very, very aware.
It's 1 diamond per. You know what? I'm gonna make you a diamond deal. How about 9 premium bread stacks when you get the chance?
That sounds like a good deal to me.
You could just place them in the barrel in here, to this bottom barrel, and hopefully nobody else takes them thinking that they're for sale.
No, don't worry. I'll make sure to, once I get my cardboard backing logging operation up and running, I'll have you the premium bread and the baking and the packet and the stuff, sent to your base. Do you want them individually wrapped or?
Individually wrapped, yeah.
Nice. 9 stacks of individually wrapped breads. How many stacks is that's going to be? Give me a second. Just going to do the quick math here. All right. Yeah, sure. So 576 packages by your doorstep tomorrow, right?
That's a lot. Okay. Oh my goodness. Individually stack wrapped. We need a bundle
that's
bags.
what you said individually stacked. That's what I heard.
My
that's what
goodness.
I'm going for.
That's a lot of packages. Well, I'm going to send you on your way.
Yeah,
Get out of here. With your 5 rotten tomato reviews. The bell is really good.
My reviews aren't rotten. The tomatoes are.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, I'll have to
give you fresh tomatoes next time around. If you want.
Those are staying there for now. Yeah.
Do you want fries for that?
Sure.
I'll have a look and see if we have any.
Thanks for visiting and leaving a review.
Okay. See you later.
Bye.
Bread, bakety bread, bacon bread.
So now I'm just going to stand here wondering what 5 rotten tomatoes mean. I have no idea. But you know what? I wouldn't mind like a review from you guys as well, if you want to leave that in the comments. Okay, with all of the shenanigans out of the way, there is still one more thing that I would really love to get auto-crafted and get it set up. And that's going to be crushing wheels. And this is going to require a rather large crafter, but this is all possible due to our extra gauges mod. That's right, the create extra gauges does a little bit more than just adding extra fancy gauges. It modifies one of the behaviors of base create gauges, and that is the fact that we can only do auto crafting typically with a standard 3x3 grid, but not anymore. That's right, we can load this up and we can set up a massive 5x5 crafter that will easily allow us to automate, well, the crushing wheels. Just like the other crafters, we got to give it an address, large crafter. We have it all assigned, and then in the back, I got to make sure all of these are solid and fully connected to each other. Then we just need to make a factory gauge, and inside of here, we're going to place in crushing wheels, standard old crushing wheels just like this. Then to link the goods, for example, andesite, some planks, and then all the way to the top, andesite. Then we open this up and the magic is going to happen here. We're going to click use mechanical crafting. And when we do, it says recipe too big to render, unpacking interconnected mechanical crafter that is 5 wide with a minimum block of 5. So this is by default automatically recognizing that this needs to be a 5x5. And so we can set our large crafter. And the goal is that I can craft 1 and we should watch it go into this crafter and actually craft. Oh my goodness, and it just did it. And with that, we now have the ability to auto-craft one of the more painful things to automate, which is crushing wheels. And I can just request as many as I want. It's going to generate 2 every operation. So yeah, we can have something like 16. That's going to craft up pretty quick, honestly. It's so satisfying to watch this happen. This is just one of those things that normally you place it in, it does the thing, but being able to watch it just automatically happen. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. I tell you, I could not be happier with this project. This is absolutely fantastic, and I'm having a blast doing this whole thing. And I think it's going to really help benefit the server. Everyone's going to be able to craft everything and have it crafted without spending all that time crafting. And hopefully they spend more time doing the actual building part, which is the thing we all want to see. Now, I still have to put all of these shops in and all of that fun stuff for everybody, but that'll be something that we work on in another episode, because today, I mean, we're definitely out of time. The building process alone on the exterior took 6 hours just on the upper section, and then not to mention all the time it took to make the sign and many of the other adornments that I added after the stream. So if this is a build that you absolutely enjoyed and you're looking forward to more crazy logistics and things like that, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And if for anything, just for the mall itself. But now, without further ado, it's time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. That amazing thanks is going to go out to Dilla A7. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. Thank you so very much for making the content like this even possible in the first place. And guys, I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. And as always, thanks for watching.